Oh well, I'm coming on early. Hi guys, I've missed you from the bottom of my heart. Reagan was setting up my live tonight, and it always has the name of the last live. And this week it was last week's Sip and Sew. So I can't believe it's been a whole week since we've been together. My name is Darlene. I'm with Featherweight Doctor here in beautiful Sandpoint, Ponderay, Idaho. I've had a whirlwind of a week. I have some housekeeping items as a community that I want to go over. And then we have an entire block demo tonight. So although I am sipping, I have a seltzer, spiked seltzer tonight. I really am. It's a business meeting and a fun meeting tonight. So sit down, grab your favorite beverage of choice, and hang out with me for a little bit. I missed y'all. Let me pull up my feeds. How's everybody been this week? I'll share with you what's been going on with me in just a minute. Why I've been absent to my own class. Hello, Charlene. Y'all were so sweet. Everybody was, where's Darlene? Why is Darlene not on this week? It has been crazy. I've actually been under the weather this week. So I hadn't been feeling very well, which is why Monday was canceled. And then by Wednesday, I had my family convinced me I had a kidney stone. So I landed up in the emergency room versus hanging out with you guys on Wednesday. And it turned out I did not have a kidney stone. I had a pulled muscle in my back from helping my husband load and unload our snow blower twice from the back of his full-size pickup truck. So apparently the newly minted 47-year-old needs to slow down a little bit and have him ask someone else for help picking up the 250-pound snow blower. Good Lord. Let me say hi. Let me say hi to some friends real quick, and then we're going to get started. So Charlene is joining us from Australia. Kat is joining us from Virginia. Karen, SoCal. I think Karen, you're in SoCal. I know you're in California. Christine's on. Hello, hello. Megan Swan in Oregon's on. Elizabeth's on from Indiana. Yes, yes. Mary Carnes is on. Missy's on from Redmond. Julie's on from Tennessee. Ooh, she completed a paper piece Christmas hanging. Good for you, girl. All right, let's see who's over on Facebook. We've got Cindy Matthews, Kathy from East Texas, Odie's on. She's got her glass of wine. She's ready to kick back with us. Nancy's on, Lisa's on, Bonnie Pelton is on, Pauline, Franny, Dawn, and Kathy from SoCal. Okay, so first and foremost, a lot of stuff has happened to our online community in the last week. I want to send my deepest condolences to Mary, Franny, and Kathy. These are sisters that are avid watchers from Abilene, Kansas to Addie, Washington, and their dad passed away this last week. George was an avid, at the ripe old age of 93, I might add. He was an avid listener. Mary texted and said that sometimes he didn't know who Franny, his own daughter, was, but he always knew my voice. So George, I hope you're listening from somewhere. And my deepest condolences go out to Franny, Mary, and Kathy for the loss of your dad. So also my darling mother-in-law, Nancy, had a fall this week, and she broke her femur, and now she's laid up. And so prayers and well wishes go out to Mom this week as she begins her recovery from a fractured femur. Only my mother-in-law. She is one tough cookie, but apparently she's tougher than her femur. Mom, I hope your feet are up and you're resting. Cheers. Kat over in Virginia said that I need a featherweight snowblower. Yes, I do. That's a great idea. I know, Elizabeth. I let Andy buy that big snowblower. And this is what I get is I help him with it in and out of the truck. And then I break myself. So there you go. All right. Let's see. What else have we got here? Hi, Franny. I see Franny and Mary are on. I don't think Kathy's on. Let's see here. Joan Holland's on from Oxnard. Okay. Okay. You guys are so sweet. You guys are so sweet. All right. So that's the George update, the mom update, and the me update. So I first of all want to say thank you to my friends and fans out at Quilt Haven on Maine, which is in Hutchinson, Minnesota. They sent me a awesome little happy basket for my birthday. You guys spoil me. So I've got your necklace on tonight. It says your vibe attracts your tribe. I love that. Thank you so much. And this was, I think, my favorite in the package. It's a poem. I thought we could read it. I have a block to do tonight, so everybody just buckle in. We're going to be here for a minute. Hi, Beth. Beth's on from Quilt Haven. Okay, so this came from, there's no author. I don't know who wrote this, if it's anonymous or whatever. Eddie, do you want to help Andy with that? Eddie, Odie's husband's voyeuring in the background. He says, you should mount a winch to the bed and get some rants. I had to do that for your 245-pound generator. Yes, that would have been a good idea. But apparently your sturdy wife is a good person to ask for help. I didn't even know I hurt myself. That's how we picked it in and up twice. Yes, it's what a week, Elizabeth. Let's pray for better days. Amen, sister. Amen. What? Oh my gosh, Fran. So to top it all off, my son having a major heart attack the night before the funeral is good now, but coded twice in 15 minutes. Sweet Lord. Sweet Lord. Everybody calm down. We're all okay. We're all okay. Okay, here we go. Ready for the poem? Ode to a Featherweight, it says. I find that I can hardly wait to eagerly communicate, to joyfully relate what's great about my singer featherweight. Small in size, light in weight, a quilter can appreciate its stitch first rate and seams so straight on cotton, wool, or acetate. ACETATE. To operate or regulate, facilitate or demonstrate, does not frustrate or complicate or irritate or exaggerate or aggravate. Aggravate. Always dependable to date. 40 years does not abate my enthusiasm for the fate of my ever trusty featherweight. I'm going to post this on our story. It's too cute. Too cute. Thank you guys so much for the happy mail. Made my day. Made my day. We need that poem, please. Right up. Coming right up. All right. Uh-oh. Odie says, I'm sure putting Andy and Eddie I'm not sure putting Andy and Eddie together is a good idea. You might be right. So, quilt camp. Eddie, are you coming up for quilt camp? Yes, it's a 2 Band-Aid week, just in case anybody is counting. Y'all, I did something this week that I should not have done. You know, I have a rule in the studio for open blades, and I accidentally left my blade open, and so that's this slice right here is rotary cutter open as I was clearing my space, just sliced my hand, and this was pin right through the finger from the long arm. Y'all, I need to slow down. Okay, tonight's block is Sholo block. Hi, Debbie Sinclair. Thanks for messaging me this week. You're so sweet. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. So we are working on this block tonight. It looks a little like this. And I have a very odd way of putting it together. So you guys are going to have to follow me down the rabbit hole. Did I put $1 in the jar? So it's a quarter if you leave the blade open. And my daughter pointed out that it's $20 if you actually cut yourself. So apparently I owe the jar $20. Oops. Oh, Shirley, you're not with us tonight in northern Minnesota, but we're thinking about you. Okay, so for those of us joining the sew along, where's my pieces? Y'all, I cut all my pieces and then I just about misplaced them. Good Lord. Oh. All right, I'm gonna bring up my other camera here. Okay. So you have some strips with you, and for me, I decided to do the red and the silver, nope, the red and the gold in the middle, hence this demo here. So they should be your two longest cuts. I didn't cut them exactly to size, but they're both pretty close. And then you should have two shorter strips. Oh, actually it goes like this. Oops. And then like this. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to sew the two middle long strips together. Mine are not exactly the right. I didn't cut them to length. I overcut them. What happens when you fill up the jar, Lisa Meadows wants to know? Party. I'm thinking we're all having a party. The jar always overfloweth here. All right, let me switch this over to my sewing angle. There we go. So I'm just going to sew these two strips together. If you cut them based on my cutting instructions, you will definitely have them the same size. As you can clearly see, mine are not the same size. They're over cut. It's totally fine for our purposes because this block goes together kind of differently, and then we're gonna shave it down when we're done. Hello, Cynthia. Thanks for saying hi on YouTube. You guys are all taking Ray's side? What the heck? Karen says maybe you were checking to see if it was sharp. Right. That's exactly what I was doing. So now I'm going to use my fingers to obviously, if I had access to an iron, I do not have access to an iron right here. I would totally be pressing this, but we're going to roll with it because I don't have access to an iron here at my sewing station right at this moment. So what I'm going to do, see, I'm folding these in half lengthwise, and I'm making some finger pressed marks like this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up. You can see very clearly my marks. And then I'm going to add on these other strips, but I'm going to fold them in half first also and finger press them. And line those up exactly right. Okay. Again, if you're a pinner, pins are always a good idea. I just do not happen to have pins right next to me. I have my trusty 1/4-inch foot on here without the guide. It's my favorite, one of my favorite tools. Now I'm going to open this up and press it back like so. I totally understand, Mary Carnes. Money jar should go to buy gauze bandage antibiotic ointment. Good call, Don Williams. All right, same deal with the last one. I'm just pressing it in half, finger pressing it with the heat of my fingers. I want you all to know I do have quite a few students around here, and they are always taught the right way to do things, even if I am not doing things the right way. I always say, do as I say, not as I do. Okay. And again, these are not cut to size. If they were cut to size, there would be kind of these two would be the biggest ones in the middle, and then these would be shorter. But for our purposes, it's not really hypercritical that everything, they just need to be lined up to the center, and these are. Okay, so the last piece is you had a big triangle. I have to cut this in half diagonally. See, closed. I try to do my best. Lisa says, I carry Band-Aids with me everywhere. Me too. Even in my tiny little going out purse, I always have a few Band-Aids. The tiniest of cut will bleed all over and when you take blood thinners. Very true. Morticia, yes, Elizabeth. I have Morticia tonight. She is extremely quiet. She is my quietest beauty. Okay, so now, go back over here. I'm going to take this square that I just cut in across diagonally once. And I'm going to finger press just the inside. And then I'm going to come and line like this up here on my center line. And then I'm going to sew this down. So poor Ray I sent her home early because she was so tired. She's the sugar plum at the Nutcracker this year. I think I told you guys, the local Nutcracker production next weekend, and bless her heart, she is exhausted. They have her doing a bunch of promotion by traveling around to the local elementary school. So here we go. So there's this one. Now here's my center line. I'm going to line this up with it. So she was on her face. She had to do 2 school performances this morning, and I felt bad for her. So I let her go home early so she could get some rest. She's hanging out with her friend tonight, and they are not going anywhere. She said she just wants to sit at home and watch a movie. So sounds like she's learning a little bit about taking care of herself, which is a good thing. She has 4 performances next weekend. Oh, hi, Sandy Reese. You are on Facebook, Sweet Pea. Okay. Oh, no, please don't tell me I broke that black thread because I can't see. Yes, it does, Kathy. It did bite me. Okay, so here's what I have. Now, again, if I had iron, I would press all of this out really well, and then I would square it up to the size of our block. But that's what the pieces look like. When all is said and done, this is what it looks like squared up. So what I did was I layered my block up on batting. So you can see here. I have my backing and my batting. And what I'm going to do is change out my foot. And I thought this might be a good time to have a little discussion about marking tools, because I get asked a lot what kind of marking tools I like to use. Hold on, I just got Morticia in a knot. Okay. Y'all see me rolling my hand wheel backwards? Not okay. Oh, Missy, you're waiting on more snow? We got like over a foot this week. I mean, for the love of all that is good and holy, no more snow. No more snow. Missy says her sewing room is a mess, holiday sewing, but I have the Christmas lights up. Oh, you have Christmas lights in your studio? That's sweet. Very fun. Let's see here. Okay. Let's chip this down. Half a hair. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to load my walking foot on here. Let's talk a little bit about marking tools. So my favorite marking tool is actually just a friction pen. But you have to be really careful with the friction pens because they could bleed out the color in your fabric. I do not use them on batiks at all because it definitely is kind of infamous for doing that on batiks. But I also do like the Soline charcoal pencils, and these are two that we carry on our website. This is the I like things that have dual purposes. So this is the purple disappearing ink on one side and the blue water soluble. It's a Dritz product. Have you noticed that the blue markers seem to be hard to find? No, I had not noticed that. We have a couple in stock. So anyway, I like this set here. Know that these are fairly disposable though, friends. They are not meant, hi Jen Jen, are not meant to last forever. They're good for probably 6 months or so. Once you take the cap off for the first time, they dry out pretty quick, especially when you live in Arizona. I will, Kathy, I promise to keep the snow up here with me. I have complete control over Mother Nature. But one of the reasons what I wanted to show you is my favorite tool to use on dark fabrics. So when you're marking this, the quilt plan calls for making some additional stripes out here. And it's nice to make a line to follow with your ruler. These look like chalk markers, but they're not chalk. They are a different material composition, but they go away with the steam of an iron and they work fabulously. So this is another, they're called Miracle chalk markers. And they're kind of spectacular. We carry them on our website. So only for using with dark fabrics. Light fabrics, light to white fabrics, I like the friction. And yeah, so there is that. Okay, so now so this is a pretty basic quilt out. I'm going to just stitch in the ditch basically. And then again, later on, I will put some additional bars in here. These are about 1 inch in depth. And so I'll continue like a double echo out here to continue that in the, oh, what's going on here? I don't know what Morticia's doing here. Okay. Well, she's stitching. All right, so I'm just gonna stitch in the ditch here. When I come to the end of this, I'm going to make sure I end needle down like that and then pivot so I can have a nice clean turnaround. Let's see here. Julie says I use what my grandmother did, darks. Oh, a sliver of soap. Yeah, that works too for sure. Kathy likes her friction pens, but we'll need the dark marker. There you go. Now you have a good recommendation. Chalk pens. What chalk pencils? Jen, I like the ones that are made by Soline, Sewline. I do not carry those though, but they're great because they erase away, like with a pencil eraser. I like those chalk ones. So this weekend in baby little Sandpoint, Idaho, is the girls' night out, which last year we had to participate in as a downtown business, and this year I get to participate in it for fun. So I'm pretty excited. my favorite country singer is in the local beer hall, and so I think I'm going to go dancing later if I'm feeling up to it. I'm still kind of taking it easy from my back injury earlier this week. So Kat says, I'm paying attention, but also designing a featherweight snowblower, 12 pound. Yes, 12 pounds, clears a path 3 inches wide and 2 feet deep. Tell them it's like dad's and let the toddlers clear your walk. Keep them busy all day. I love it. Such a good idea. Can you use your walking foot all the time? Sandy, you can use your walking foot all the time. I tend to go back and forth between that and my 1/4 inch foot for piecing, but there also is a darning foot available for the featherweight that you can do free motion quilting on. So I might try that maybe with the flying geese next week. Next week's block is the flying geese. So by this point in the sew along, you should have your 4 setting blocks done, 2 of these, and 2 of, what's the other one? Oh, and 2 of these. So that's where we are on our sew along. So we have 1 more week, and then you'll be getting, for those of you who paid to participate, I'm sending out the Zoom instructions for the joining class via video. Is Alan Jackson performing tonight? Jeez, I wish. You guys are so, I wish. He does do some Alan Jackson songs, but Devin Wade is not Alan Jackson. I know, Bernadette. Flying geese, no tailgating flying geese for you though. We're gonna do the no waste flying geese method, and it means that there shouldn't be any tailgating. All right. Well, that was what I had for you guys tonight. Let's see. Let me go back up here. Kathy Neese Texas says, love me some Alan Jackson. Y'all see that George Strait and Chris Stapleton are coming to Seattle's Quest Field this summer. Oh, I so want to go. Bernadette will be doing the tailgating. Okay. Hi, Polly. She says, I'm sorry I'm late. I'm later. Everyone, the Wi-Fi in the hotel. You're in a hotel. Nice is dodgy. Thanks, guys. Thanks. All right. Well, if you are in the North Idaho area tomorrow, it is our first annual craft crawl. I did not say crap crawl. I said craft crawl. Panhandle craft crawl. Brad Paisley, stop it, Franny. Stop it. By Lisa Meadows. It's going on all day tomorrow from 10 to 5. I'll be doing demos in the classroom. If you come to, Dad's memorial donations were for wounded warriors. Hope to give it Trace Adkins, but doubt it. Oh. I know. Everybody stop talking about all of the good guys. I get it. Thanks, guys. All right. I'll be back 4:00 Pacific right here on Facebook and YouTube. I promise no more emergency room visits for sore backs for me. I hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. Again, come by and say hi if you're in town tomorrow. I'd love to see ya in the classroom. Okay, Odie's coming. I wish. I might put you to work, girl. Oh, Polly, that's okay. We'll forgive you.